Today we're being joined by Mikaylah Antony from the Central Districts Football Club and who represented South Australia in the AFLW Under-18 State Championships through the last 3 games or so. Mikaylah, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
That's right, absolutely. Now, your good friend Eloise Macaruth was on the show not too long ago. How do you feel that she went?
Oh, she went so good. When Cooper asked me to do an interview, I looked at Eloise. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be as good as her. She was amazing.
Well, we can judge over the next X amount of time and see how you go. But no, so tell us a bit about yourself, Mikaylah. What kind of got you into footy and what type of player you are?
I was always a netballer starting up. Played netball and basketball my whole life. And then I think when I got to started playing footy for Mikaylah in the under-11s in the boys. And I played there for 2 years and I absolutely loved it. I was a full forward, always kicked all the goals and I enjoyed it so much. And that's when I started watching the AFLW and Antony was always my idol up and I wanted to be exactly like her. So I've continued playing footy and ended up here.
That's good. Was it always a daunting experience for you, Mikaylah, coming up against the boys? I know under 11s is kind of a different level, but regardless, it's still, against the boys. How was that at first for you? Was it something that you were nervous going into, or was it just like, it's just a game?
Oh, definitely. I was always pretty nervous. I can't deal with pressure. That's the one thing I suck at. So always competing with gender. But no, they were all really nice and the coaches were lovely. So that's why I kept doing it. Really good, and I feel like I benefited from it a lot. I feel like a lot of female footballers that have been playing with the men, they've really gone a different journey. Very grateful that I did play with the boys, so I've really enjoyed it and it was really good actually.
That's good. So obviously you mainly played down back, and well, at least you did for the state championships. How's it been playing in the South Australian State Championship as a bottom major? So obviously in next year's draft, we must give you a lot of confidence, representing South Australia as a bottom major. If you draft the year after.
Yeah, for sure. Well, actually, I wasn't actually going to be a part of the state this year. I think it was 16s last year, and I didn't have the greatest run. And then my first year at Centrals this year was when I really started playing good football. And then I think when we had our state internal game, that's when I got a call from Carrie, who's our manager at Central, and said that I've been playing good footy and the state side want me to come out and fill in for them. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just go out, do my best. And then from filling in, they asked if I wanted to stay and keep trialling. So I only did the game and then 2 trials. And then I got a call saying, oh, you've made the team. So I was like, oh, wow. So I'm just grateful they gave me that opportunity. But just to be able to come out and play a group of girls who's older than me and get the experience and learn from them has been really good. So yeah, I'm very grateful.
That's good. That just makes it even better for yourself. Then you have that story of being a later type call up, and then doing the trial games as you said, and then playing all 3 games. And again, as a bottom major, so that gives you all that confidence in the world that you played all games and done pretty well too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful they gave me the opportunity to even go out there, but to play all 3 games. I know there's so many good girls that would die to have the opportunity I got. I feel like they can do even better if they got the opportunity, but to be given the spot, especially in my preferred position down back, and to be able to run amok and have fun with the girls and be coached by the coaching staff we have, I'm so thrilled.
So how did you feel your 3 games were for you in the state championship? Obviously, the last game, which really, really stands out, was the game on the week, or kind of close enough, was against WA. 14 disposals. 14 disposals, 9 marks, a contested mark in that as well, and 10 intercept possessions. Would you say that's some of your biggest strengths, being an intercept type player and a marking player as well?
Yeah, for sure. I'd say one of my key weapons is to be able to read the ball and get those intercept marks and fly at the ball. So I'm very happy that I could achieve my goals by doing that. The last other games, I don't know, I couldn't really get my head into it, reasoning why my performance wasn't all there, but I'm glad that I was be able to perform well in the last game.
That's right, and I mean, I'm sure they give you some confidence going into Centrals next year, and then hopefully again in the squad or in the team again for the state championship side.
For sure.
That's good. So, what were some goals you kind of set for yourself, Mikaylah, going into those state championships? Obviously, as you said, being the late call up and everything like that. What was your aims going in? Was it just to play a game? What did you have as a goals, I suppose, said?
There's always you want to make friendships and have fun with your friends and learn from each other. But my personal goals was to be able to go out there and show them what skills I have. I feel like one of my obviously my aerial work, I've got a good jump and a good mark, but also my foot skills, I feel like I'm really good at that, and my speed. So I just wanted to go out there, and even if I don't get selected for games, I just wanted to go out there and try my hardest and show them what I have. So probably just little.
Very good. How did you feel with nerves going into that first game against the Allies?
I was so nervous. I felt so sick, and I swear I could not sleep the night before. I was so scared, especially what a major. That was the most nerve-wracking thing. But we got the job done, which was really good. And I think it just gave me less nerves going into the other games, knowing I've done it before and I've been selected again. So it kind of was a bit of a confidence boost, I guess. But yeah, very nervous for the first game.
It's always the nervous one, especially the first one, to kind of, acclimatise to that you're actually in, and then hope that you do well as well. And then knowing that there's people there, there's more recruiters there and everything like that around it as well. And then the second game, flying all the way to Melbourne, how was the trip?
The trip was so fun. I love travelling. I wish we got to travel more, but no, it was so fun. Going over there, I wish we got the job done though. I feel like we were just more probably in travel mode. Let's go have fun, which obviously showed on the board, but it still was a good trip away. But Vic are just such a good team. They were so strong, and it was really hard. But no, it was such a good trip though. So fun, such a good experience.
That's good. And speaking of good experiences, you got another one, Mikaylah, on the weekend, I believe, in the Futures game in Geelong on Saturday at GMHBA. How are you looking forward to being a part of that, hopefully?
I'm so excited. I'm so grateful that I've been given this opportunity. I've got some packing to do. I still haven't packed anything, and we're leaving tomorrow morning. But I'm just so excited to be able to fly out with my SA girls and then just meet all the new girls. So no, it'll be so fun. I'm so excited, especially with the coaches as well. I'm so excited to meet them.
That's good. Yeah, I was seeing through the squad, and obviously Eloise, obviously, is in that team as well. And does it give you a bit more, you talk about nerves and everything, because this is now a brand new team in a way, and a brand new one-off game with some players that you played with and some maybe against in the state championships. Does it give you that confidence that you got some of your SA teammates or squad group members in there as well to kind of relieve a bit more pressure going into this game on the weekend as well?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm a little bit shy, and I don't know, I'm a bit socially awkward. Making new friends is something I struggle with. So I'm very glad I've got a few of my little SA girlfriends to travel over with and have them here with me.
That's good. Who are some players that you feel stood out for you, Mikaylah, in the state championships for you in your side for SA in that tournament?
I'd say definitely G McKee, Georgia. She did very good up forward. She's a little forward, and she kicked so many goals. She's very smart. So I'd say definitely Riggsy. She just flies at the ball. She'll take grabs out of anywhere. So I thought she did really well. Ella, obviously, she'll just kick goals all day. Her big jump as well, everything about it. Eloise is very talented. Down back, Esther Sherman. She's very, very good as well. She'll just clunk marks all day as well. Definitely India Street. You can't miss her. She's very talented. And definitely Madison. I think just the whole team, everyone just played so well. But I'd say definitely those girls I listed did very well. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I mean, and some of those names you mentioned and some that you didn't mention, there's so many, as you said, bottom majors in it, which just shows the strength of SA girls footy for the future, because obviously they stole this year's AFLW draft with Loz Young, Piper Window, Sinead Goody, Molly Brooksby, Elizabeth Brooke, Griggy. There's so many names and then this year there's going to be a fair few. You mentioned, and you just mentioned a few that'll be in this year's as well. And then you got Eloise and Cohen next year. So it just shows how strong your draft or your state is in women's footy at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. SA's got so many talented females, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of it and just learning from them and playing alongside of them, and to even call them my friends and stuff. Now it's been so good. We're so lucky.
That's right. Now, I love asking teammate questions, Mikaylah, so let's see how you go here. So, who loves the limelight, the attention, the camera at either the districts or if it's SA, and they can't get enough of it and they know what to do when cameras are around?
I think Eloise said Riggsy, Charlotte Riggs. I'd say definitely her as well. She's she loves all the jokes and loves getting all the spotlight. Even Lucy Boyd, India Rashid, she's a little funny one. Probably at Centrals or let's have a think. Shelby Smith, she's just the GOAT. Of course, she'd want to be getting all of that. Who else? Maddie Lane. I'd say probably them.
That's fair enough. Now, who would Google themselves? Who would check out their own highlights?
Oh, I would say Bianca Fortaro. So B
Oh,
down
yeah.
back. I'd say she's a little funny one. She's my little bestie. I'd say definitely her. Props in
Mhm.
your sheet as well. And then
That's
at
right.
Central, I'd say even Georgia Mickey. I'd say she'd probably look herself up and look at her highlights all day.
That's right. I mean, you search your name and then you just see the bright smile on your face when it's a good when it's a good highlights or a good headline or whatever. And you just see your name, and you just start scrolling. Oh, gee, there's a fair bit here.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully the photos and videos are all good. Sometimes you get stitched up with photos where you look funny and all that stuff. I hate when that definitely will not
I've seen. Yeah, I've seen that a lot, Mikaylah. There's some very interesting ones that you get, out of that type of stuff. Now, who would you say is the best chatterbox at either club?
Oh, chatterbox. Kobe, she likes to talk a lot. Kobe Morgan from State. Yeah. Lucy Boyd, she talks a lot as well. I'd say even like Grace Martin from State.
Oh yeah, great. Yep.
She'll just yap all day, but she's so lovely. I love her. From Centrals, Rick, of course. She's just she'll talk and talk and talk. I'd probably say her. Yeah, I probably should say them.
That's fair enough. And like I always say, it's not necessarily a bad thing, to be a chatterbox.
Yeah, I agree. I love people that will talk because I'm a bit, like I said, socially awkward. So I love being surrounded around girls who will just talk and make conversation with you. I find that so fun to be around.
That's right, I know, because there's nothing more, stressful if you're in that situation, where you're wanting someone to kind of say something new and you don't want to be the one to be the one to start a conversation. And then you can kind of flow in and then just, you fit in from there. It's perfect. But it's just that first moment going, come on, say something, or ask me something. And then it just goes from there.
Yeah, no, I agree for sure.
Now, who would you say is the loudest or quietest teammates?
Oh, the loudest. Probably Lucy Boyd. She has to be our loudest. And then our quietest. I would say, probably Monique Besson or Esty Sherman. They're like really quiet, but they're so talented as well. I'd say, probably them.
That's good. If you were stuck on a deserted island with teammates, who are you bringing and not bringing, and why?
Definitely Bianca Fortaro. She's my bestie. I can't not take her. Probably Riggsy. So smart. She'd be able to help me get out of there. Us three girls would have so much fun. Oh, I don't know. Who would I not bring? I feel mean.
That's fair. All right. I'll save you, Mikaylah. What about, is there someone with a particular type of trait that someone would have that you would say, okay, if you're doing this, you're not coming?
Oh, I feel like Lucy. She just wouldn't shut up. I feel like she'd do dumb stuff. I feel like
Fair enough.
I love Lucy, but probably not her.
Yeah, it's all right. You're only having a bit of a laugh. If she does see this, which she might, it's all tongue in cheek. All right, now pronunciation of, or not so much pronunciation, more spelling. Now, Mikaylah, obviously got a H at the end of your name, and how many times do you get your name spelt wrong or even pronounced?
So many times. Like even my friends sometimes they'll like spell it Mikayla, but without the H, which I'm like, that's fine about. But then you get some people chucking like an A at the front instead of the I, or you have like the occasion doing like the MICH. Yeah, but it doesn't bother much. It's all right. But a fair few.
That's right. And I mean, after I had half the interview with Eloise's name spelled wrong, I had to quickly change that. I had the stupid banner. What's it called? Autocorrect. Yeah, it's not my friend sometimes. I won't even take notice. And then I brought this question up to her, and then we looked at the banner like, oh, crap. I'm talking about people spelling it wrong, and then the banner had it. But, well.
No, autocorrect's weird like that. Change it and everything sometimes. But you can't do much about it.
No, I know. Thanks a lot, autocorrect. All right, now, it just does what it does. Now, mark or goal of the year, which one would you rather do and why?
I'd probably me, I'd want to do mark of the year. My goal is to take a huge specky. I always tell myself, go into the game and just get on someone's shoulders and take a good mark. So I'd say to be able to achieve that goal and get mark, I'd say probably for sure that. And especially as a backliner, probably getting mark of the year, that'd be huge. I'd love that.
That's good. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one, could you? Would you be one to post your own, speaking of highlights before, if you were to pull off a mark or a goal of the year contender, would you be one to post it?
Yeah, probably. If it's a good grab, I'd for sure be like, vote for me, guys. But no,
That's
yeah,
right.
probably.
I love that because I don't really fully, Mikaylah, believe people that say they wouldn't want to post it. I think deep down, if you pull off something like that, you would want to post it, but some just wait for others to do it. I would just go ahead and do it if you were to do something like that.
Yeah, me too.
That's a smart answer and the right answer. All right. So now, if you were to kick a goal, what would be your go-to goal celebration? Would you do, or have you got any in mind that you ever plan to do?
Oh, I don't know. Probably just like, yeah. Probably just a basic one of them. I haven't really thought about that, but I don't know. Probably just something basic.
Nice and basic. Sometimes that's the best way to go about it sometimes, isn't it? Now, what AFL or AFLW teams did you grow up supporting?
I went always for, well, I've changed a bit. I grew up going for
Oh.
Port, big Port fan, but now I'm Collingwood in the AFL. They haven't had the great season, but favourite players play for them, so I'm a big Collingwood supporter now. In the AFL, AFL Rob's mix between Crows and Port, and Chloe Malloy is one of my favourite players, so I'll go for Sydney a bit.
Oh yeah,
it's very good.
Very nice. Very nice. Some interesting combinations. I've actually, I think now you're not the only one, Mikaylah, to have mentioned this. I'm pretty certain. I don't know the exact combination of which side was which, but Alyssa Brooke, who obviously got drafted to Port Adelaide, which you obviously would know. She, I'm pretty certain that she told me that part of her family goes for Adelaide and part goes for Port, and the mixture in both men's and women's. When I first heard that, I was shocked because I thought no one could possibly support Adelaide in one and then Port in the other, or the other way around.
That is exactly like my family. Like my mum and my they go for Port, and then my dad, my other sister, and my brother go for Crows, and then I'm just a Collingwood supporter. So it's all pretty mixed. There's so much rivalry.
I know there is, and that's why I'm shocked when some do it. So now you're not the only person I've heard that does Adelaide Port combination, but you're Collingwood, so you're kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
But here we are. All right, so yeah, I was shocked when Brookie told me that the first time, but now I've heard it again, so that's okay. All right, now leadership, Mikaylah, is that something, leadership groups or anything like that, captain or vice captain or anything like that? Is that something you've ever been a part of in any sport, or is that something you ever want to get into in the future?
I'd love to be a leader. I have been in the past, but probably in the next coming years, I'd love to be a captain. I feel like that's one of my traits I have, is to be always in charge and like just being like loud and being like a leader. That's something I love. I've been a captain in my past footy, just at local. In my netball, I've been captain, basketball captain, just always been a leader sometimes, but I'd love to be a leader at probably high level, I'd say.
Very nice. That's good. Any outside of footy interests that you have?
I do love netball, and I wish I could play netball again, but it's just hard with football, obviously. You got to pick one. So probably just that. Basketball, I'd say I'm a pretty big basketball fan. I love doing that and watching my friends play that. That's where I get a lot of my social life out of, seeing all my friends out there. And then probably just hanging out with friends, going shopping, just stuff like that, just girl stuff.
Fair enough. Just girl stuff. Fair enough. All right. Who would you say is your toughest opponent you've ever had to match up on, whether that's through the state championships or whether it's through the AFLW?
Oh, that's a hard one. I'd say probably when we're at trainings at Centrals and we do like little matchups, I sometimes get stuck against Caitlin Rosewig. I would get stuck against Rosie or even like Jazz Evans, girls like that who are so talented and so smart and so quick. I'd say they're so hard to get. I always never beat them, but I'd say probably them. Even at state, Eloise, she'll just jump on my head every single day. So probably her if I had to go against. Probably just girls like them.
That's fair enough, and I suppose it'd be good to play alongside Eloise again in the same team on the weekend.
So good. Hopefully get on her team though. That'd be good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Wow. So imagine we just talk about matching up. Imagine if that ends up happening then.
Oh, I know. That'd be pretty funny. It'd be good.
Yeah, she knows. At least you know all of each other's secrets, manoeuvres on the footy field. Then.
Oh, exactly. So Eloise better watch out if I get put on her. I'll know what she'll
Yeah,
do.
there you exactly. Yeah, hopefully she sees that part, and yeah, it's on. It's on then. Not well. Let's see how you go. We'll have to hear post game report. Who won the battle if that happens? Of course. Right now, we'll see. What are some of your most prized possessions that you own?
Prized possessions. I've never really thought about that. Oh, I don't know.
Any footy jumpers or medals or Guernseys or anything like that?
I don't know. Probably just like my sporting medals, I guess. I'd just say probably like my the 16 state. That's when we won the championship last year. I'd say that one probably like means a lot to me. Part of that, props just all of my medals and trophies throughout my sporting career. Props just looking at photos of like friends and family. I'd say just things like that. That me. So props just things like that.
Very nice. What's some nicknames? Speaking of names, pronunciations, or spelling before, what are some nicknames you get that you like or dislike?
I just got the basic ones like Mick or Mickey. Probably just them, I'd say.
Yeah, very nice. Again, like I said before, sometimes nice and basic is sometimes the best way to go about things, isn't it? Now, I know that you generally play down in the back line, but you said previously, early days, that you played up forward. So obviously there was goals. Do you recall the best ever goal, Mikaylah, that you've ever gotten at any level? It doesn't even have to be in the game. It can be a training. It can be taking the piss with friends on an oval. What do you recall being your best ever goal?
Probably just doing snaps from the boundaries. I love doing those little trick shots. I'd say probably just those, mucking around with my doing little snaps. But then I think it was in the 2022, my local grand final, I kicked the goal to win. So probs just having a set shot and getting it to make us win. That probs was one of my fave goals as well.
That's good. I mean, yeah, you mentioned about kicking snaps on the boundaries and doing trick shots and everything like that. That's probably why I like doing my own goal kicking challenges, Mikaylah. And I always have an aim. Every time I'm with the person there or people there, I say, all right, the pocket, this is my best spot. I don't know why, it's the easiest one somehow, but it also provides a great highlight reel, which is why when I do post, or I post the full videos obviously on YouTube, but when I post the highlights on Insta, there's always, for me anyway, they're always the boundary ones.
Yeah, for sure. They always look the best. They're the best.
They do.
They're so good.
They do. You can do check sides. You can do dribbles. I can do the opposite foot. I can. I've done them with my eyes shut. Not even kidding. There's. No, I'm not saying I'd get that every time, but yeah, there's some nice ones floating around on there.
Yeah, for sure. So good.
I know you get so much satisfaction out of that compared to say in front of goal. I mean, you should be getting them.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like kind of do the fun ones around your body and all of that. That's
good. Right. Absolutely. They are so damn good. Now, you talked about, you actually mentioned about shopping before, and it's funnily enough, one question similar to something like this. What is your favourite item of clothing?
Favourite? I love jeans. I'd say I'd have to have all different colours of jeans, like a dark wash, a light wash, a black, a grey, probs jeans, or like even a cute tank top. I'd say probably that'd be one of my faves.
You're a jeans girl then. All right. So, okay. That's fair enough. Now, what's something someone does at the club that you can't stand, whether that's leaving rubbish around, just being flat out annoying, trying to jump scare people, because that seems to be a thing. More so last year. I haven't seen it too much this year, but that's still a thing, I guess. Is there something that someone does that ticks you off?
Probably jump scares. I'm the worst for them. I'm just like walking around in my own little world, and the next minute you got someone jumping out at you. I hate that, especially when they're like recording. That is so embarrassing. I hate. Or even when we're like singing our song, I hate when all the drinks get poured on you. No, I don't want all the water and Powerade to get all sticky and gross. So probably just them two.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, when you have those wins and they have all the Powerade bottles or Gatorade or whatever they are these days, and and then you haven't poured on, and it's like in that moment you might not be thinking. Then about 10 seconds later, when you break away from the huddle or whatever, then you look and go, God,
Yeah, don't have a shower. You look so bad.
Yeah, I know. Not ideal, is it? Now, all right. Now you off the top, you mentioned about not dealing with pressure the best. Obviously you've had situations then where you've had pressure on you. So how have you tried to overcome those pressures in whatever it is?
I just say trying to believe in myself. I guess I set myself little goals, and I like to just before the game have just time to myself to reflect and like think of what I'm gonna do, and like just probably have time for myself. I like to put my AirPods and listen to my.
Yeah, very nice. So game day superstitions, Mikaylah. Is there any game day superstitions that you have? Is it including music, since you just mentioned that?
Yeah, definitely music. Always have to get my AirPods listening. I always have to have an energy drink. Always a Red Bull or a V. I cannot do. Always have to have one of them. Always a smoothie. Always have a watermelon smoothie before my game, and always perhaps like a pasta, something like that before the game as well.
Very nice. Now, I am going to bring up some food questions shortly, but there's one I'm going to bring up now, since every single person, especially interstate players outside of Victoria, seem to always mention this. I'm going to ask you this. What is the big, well, it is an obsession, but it's fair enough. What's the biggest obsession over Yoshi and sombreros? They're the two food places I always hear. Everyone brings it up. Every player not every player, but some players that play in the state championships, I see them post stories and they're at some restaurant or something, and that's the one that always pops up.
That is top tier. They are literally my two favourites as well. Yoshi, there's nothing better. Acai as well. That is so yum.
I hear that too, yeah.
Yeah, and then Zamboros, that is so good. They're literally my favourite foods. I see the hype. They are so yum.
That's good. Now, I might as well get right into the food questions. We're talking about that. So I'll give you a tick for that one, because I asked 6 food questions, and for the record, no one's ever got under 3 out of 6. No pressure. I've asked over 150 people these type of questions. The most anyone's ever got is 15 people have got 6 out of 6. 2 of those 15 though. Yeah, 2 of those 15 have got 7 out of 6. Now you're probably wondering, how the hell do you get 7? Because one of their questions got a bonus point because their answer was so damn good and so much true precision to how I would. So that's how I grade them. So we'll see how you go with food. Now, the first one will be the one we just did. So I was going to say your favourite takeaway place or restaurant, so you can use that then. What would be your go-to order there? This could get you a bonus point if you get the same.
At Zambi's, I always get a lamb burrito. I get get only a little bit of lettuce. I get the tomato. I get the corn. I get no beans, and I get garlic sauce, and then obviously rice.
Not bad. I'll give you a bonus point. So now you're 2 for 1. See, now you can return to the fake honours board here and be another person to get 7 out of 6. Or if you get under 3, I can add you to the fake list here. Right. All right, but you should be safe. You're already on 2. All right, so now this is the most important question of all 6 questions. And for context also, only 9 people have said the illogical wrong answer for this question because there's only one answer, but I think you'll be fine. Chicken palmy. Is it a palmy or is it something else?
It's a palmy.
Thank you. See,
palmy?
people yeah, I call it that too. People in Victoria here, Mikaylah, they give me that other crap answer. There is no other answer. It's the only one. I mean, I get a mixed response. Yeah, I know. The 2 rebuttals I say to them, right, is I say, spell it out. It's an I, right? And pronounce it, palmy. An I. Not an E, not an A, not a EY or A, no. Or O.
Yeah.
Nah.
Always palmy.
I haven't had, by the way, anyone outside of Victoria say not a palmy, so that's good. I'm waiting for the first one because that person, we might have to go a bit of a back and forth and tell them to explain themselves. But anyway, 3 for 2, good job. But hopefully that doesn't happen, so I don't have to worry about that. Tomato sauce, capital fridge.
Always in the fridge. Dude,
I don't mind either. Well, I don't choose. I don't mind either. But technically we have it in the cupboard, but I don't mind the answer. So I always give everyone a point for this one. So that's why probably no one's ever got under 3. But in saying that though, if someone was to say neither the cupboard or the fridge, then they wouldn't get a point. But you did. 4 for 3, good start. Right. So pineapple on a pizza, yes or no? Sorry, what's that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yes,
Do you
yes,
like
okay.
lemon pizza?
All right. No,
Yeah.
that's down. No, right, but you're 4 for
No.
5, so 5 for 4. Sorry, 5 for 4. Right. Okay. What was the other one? I've mixed the order up, so I'm having to. Favorite food.
Favorite food. I would have to say acai, sushi, or
All right, back
pasta.
to
I
that.
can't choose, but probably one of them.
All right. All right. I'll give you that. 5 for 6. 6 for 5. And the last one. No, 5 for 5. 5. Anyway. Okay. The other one is food you don't like.
Food I don't like. Oh, I don't like pumpkin or avocado. Probably just them two. I cannot eat them. I can't stand them.
Yeah.
Probably just them.
Very good. See, I'll give you the avocado ones. I definitely don't like that. See, 6 out of 6. No bonus point. Well, an extra one, but hey, see, 6 out of 6. So you still got the
Good.
good target. So good job. See, what were you worrying about? There was nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
All right. See, it worked well. All right. What are some fun facts about you, Mikaylah, that people may not know about you?
Fun facts about me. I don't know. Well, I've got some interesting pets. I have a pet kangaroo. I have a pet emu. They're probably like my favorite animals. When people ask me, we get the funny questions at footy. They'll be like, "What's your favorite animal? Like, what pets do you have?" I'll be like, "Yes, that's my favorite question." Because I can answer with, "Yeah, I've got pet kangaroos and pet emus, just little animals like." Yeah, I'd say probs that. I've been driving since I was 4. We always lived out on the farm, so I've always learned how to drive cars and tractors at a age. So probs just that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, just a country girl, just probs. Yeah. That.
Very nice. I tell you what, that probably wouldn't have been on the bingo card for some people to say about their favorite animals. Do you get the get the people expecting that you're going to say something like a cat or a dog or something basic or
Yeah.
common,
Well,
more common?
I did have my cat just sitting in my room with me. I'm very
No,
much
did
a
you?
big cat as well, yes. But I do love having like the kangaroo. Kangaroos are so cute, especially ours. We've had them since they were babies, so now they're really just cute and cuddly. I love them.
Fair enough. Liking having cats and playing at a cattery on the weekend makes sense now.
Yeah.
There you go. Down in Geelong. All right. Now, you mentioned about music before, Mikaylah. So what was some of your favourite music?
Probably just like R&B, I'd say. R&B, they're definitely the ones that get me up and going into it.
Very nice. Now, defenders, I feel like they deserve a bit more love than what they truly get, which you should know that. Obviously, the forwards got the Coleman and the mids got the Brownlow, and rucks get recognised in Brownlow votes these days. Do you defenders, Mikaylah, deserve your own official title of an award for a defender, in particular at the top level at AFL and AFLW?
Yes, for sure. I reckon. Give us recognition, guys. We deserve it.
Absolutely. I can't believe it's actually not a thing because those other awards are centered towards those other positions. And I mean, people can deny it all they want. It's a midfielders award, the Brownlow. No other person outside of mids win it, or no other position, sorry, win it that aren't midfielders. It's just a fact of life. Now, all right. So, what is your favorite app on your phone?
Definitely TikTok. I love just sitting on TikTok all bed scrolling. I love Snapchat as well, talking to my friends. Bit of Instagram, just probs, just the social.
No, nice. The basic options. I can still never get around to TikTok ever.
Really?
No. I mean, even having a channel, you would think that I'd be more inclined to have it, right? But I can't get around it, Mikaylah. I cannot get around it. In fact, I don't like it. True story though, I did make an account. I got as far as making an account.
Oh, you should
A
have
couple of
posted
years
on. You could
ago.
have gone viral.
Yeah, I mean, I not trying to brag, but I've kind of done that already with some of the Insta and YouTube stuff. But hey, here we are. I had my own. By the way, speaking of going viral, I had my own Brownlow medal. I call it the Scoops medal, being my nickname, Scoop. So I call it Scoops medal. I had the AFL one last night, and it's gone over 1,000 views already, about 1,200 or something. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Better. It is. Right now, have you ever had any AFL or AFLW player interactions Mikaylah as a fan? If so, were there any memorable or forgettable moments?
Probably just after the game, get the players running around giving you high fives. I talked to Bo McCrory from Collingwood. Him and Isaac Quaynor are my favourite players. So I got to have a chat with him for a bit, got a photo with him and stuff. Probably just the AFLW girls, talking to some of the Crows girls, especially at state when we get to do recovery and we get to work with them. So probably just meeting and having a good chat with all of them. So probably just them, I'd say.
Very nice. That's good. I mean, and I think, Mikaylah, and I'm sure, like you mentioned, it's so memorable, and like you'll never forget those moments, like with Bo McCrory, etc. It's just like I don't think they appreciate it. And having a fair few on the podcast all the time, and just speaking to some in general, and seeing some people in person that are at those levels, I don't think they appreciate. Oh, sorry, I'll take that back. They don't understand sometimes how important a 30-second interaction, or taking a photo, or signing something, or sending a 5-second video, or something like that, can mean to that other person.
Oh yeah, for sure. And especially I forgot to say about Erin Phillips. I think a few years ago, I'd always message her and be that annoying little fan, but she would send me videos saying like happy birthday. When she was on the radio show, I won her footy boots, her signed footy boots for the season. So yeah, those are memorable and mean a lot. And yeah, so no, that was really cool.
That's awesome that you know, and you know, that goes for any player at any level, whether they're, in Erin's case, was obviously one of the biggest AFLW names ever, and then whether they're a top name, a lower ranked name, or an experience or whatever, that shows how great individuals like Erin are. And I actually did meet her a while back. It was a funny story. I'm not going to drag on about it. I met her on a train, and she was in Melbourne at the grand final week, and she was on the train, and she was on the phone with someone, and then she hung up that phone call, and she said to me, luckily I knew the answer because I would have felt like an idiot not knowing. She's like, do you know where so-and-so is and how I can get to this station and stuff? And luckily I'm fully across all that, and I'm like, get off here, and then there'll be one, and I was like, and then having that little chat for a good 5 minutes is just pretty cool. I mean, she was asking me a question, but then it turned to a conversation, so that was pretty nice.
That is so cool. That'd be so nice talking to her.
Absolutely, and backs up what you just said about her. So she's a good person. All right, now name three dead. Oh, sorry. Name three famous people, dead or alive. Gee, I can't even speak today. Name three famous people, dead or alive, you would want to go out to dinner with.
All right, Isaac Quaynor for Collingwood. He's like my dream boyfriend. He's my favourite. Definitely him. Definitely Query. And I'm a big Scissor girl. The artist Scissor. Probably them three. They're my favourites.
All right. Have you... Don't have to answer this. Have you tried messaging Isaac Quaynor being a super fan?
Yes, of course I have. For the gather round this year, I made the biggest Isaac Quaynor sign. Like, it was so huge. It wouldn't even fit in, like, my phone. Like, it was so huge, and I was so surprised that I got let in. Like, the security had to full measure it and see if I was going to be able to get in, so it was that huge. So yeah, I'm a big fan.
Did he see that at all?
Yes, we've literally got videos of him seeing it, but he didn't even come up to me, so I was so sad.
Oh, ouch. You know what? Ouch. Okay, now I'm going to intentionally clip this, and part of the Insta thing, I want to clip this bit. And Isaac, if you see the tag, send Mikaylah a message or a comment on this post, and send us something back. But that's very good. Hopefully, now I'm going to timestamp that. Okay, right. I've got that timestamp, so I know what minute mark. I'm going to put this up, and hopefully he sees it. So come on, Isaac, do us a solid, please. Thank you. Now, all right. So we talk about, things like that and everything like that. So if you could have a superpower, Mikaylah, what superpower would it be?
Probably to fly. I feel like that'd be so cool. Or even like being invisible. Probably them too. I think that'd be so fun. Get to mess with your friends and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool.
No, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, yeah, then they can get annoying. Now, going back to teammates, I should have asked this earlier, Mikaylah, but who are some teammates you're kind of impressed by? They kind of fly under the radar a little bit and don't get talked about as much publicly as you feel they should, whether they were someone that played in the state championships with you, or someone that's at districts or just anywhere in general?
I'd say Grace Martin. I know she doesn't get talked about, but I feel like she could get more recognition. I feel like she's amazing. I feel like she's like one of those quiet achievers as well. Like her speed and like her hunger and how like brave she is footy. Like she's very tough and very, very good. I'd say probably her. Who else? Oh, I've got a mental blank. Can't even think. Just that whole team, like the girls that don't get recognition, because everyone is just so talented. I think even at Central's, Tylee Borges is very. She debuted in round 2 and she's just killed it, especially when she goes up forward. She kicks a goal every game, so I feel like she's done very well. Even very good as well. Just there's a fair few.
That's good. Yeah, you mentioned Grace. I've actually had her on before. I've spoken to her numerous times. I feel like she's like many players. They like to be very modest, and I was actually speaking to her not too long ago, and I was talking to her about how she felt she's gone, and like, oh, I've done all right. Like, you're done pretty well. And now I've just seen today that she got announced in that All-Australian team, so that just further proves how well she went.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so glad she got into it because she totally deserves it.
No, again, I absolutely agree with you right there with that. Now, all right. Now, quirks. What are some quirks you would say that you have that some people? What were some quirks some people would say that you have that you wouldn't necessarily like admitting, or is there none?
I don't know. Oh no,
There is none. That's why.
I say. Probs, I'm a bit too sarcastic and like sometimes be overly annoying and want to joke around too much, and people would probably say that, and sometimes I can get offended. But I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, it depends. It depends on the person, I guess, that you're doing it to and everything like that. All right. Now, what do you feel is the best individual game, Mikaylah, that you've ever played?
Oh, best individual game. Oh, let's think. Probably in my Centrals this year. I think it was against either Sturt, maybe. I think it was like either around round 7 or 8. It might have been Sturt, one of them games, but I think that was when I performed the best in the Centrals room. We did a thing where it was just vision, so everyone closed their eyes, and we had the coaches say a thing like, imagine doing like your favourite skill and just showing that. And I was just imagining getting the ball running, taking good tackles, like jumping at the ball, and I feel like that really like helped me. So then out onto the field, that was like the best game where I performed like very well. But it might have been, I'd probably say it was against it, but I'd say probably, would have been that game, I think.
Very nice. That's good. And I mean, it's always good to highlight, some important games, because then you can kind of like show that you can belong at a level and, kind of to build from there and continue on as well. Yeah. Now, I've got a few more for you, so do really appreciate you coming on, Mikaylah. So, favorite TV shows or movies that you have?
Oh. Let's think. Well, I don't really watch like TV that much.
Yeah.
Same as like movies. One of my favorite like series I watched was Puberty Blues. That was like one of my favorite. I watched that over and over. I'd probably say Love Island. I love watching.
Oh yeah.
It's just things like that. Movie. I love any Adam Sandler movie. There we go. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite like actors and stuff. So probably like an Adam Sandler movie. He's really funny.
Yeah, I'm a bit similar in terms of like with movies and that. I don't, surprisingly to some, I don't really watch much movies or anything like that. But Adam Sandler. Yeah. So basically, if I'm remembering people in movies, I must think they're all right, because I probably won't know anyone if I don't know them or like them or like their acting and stuff. Adam Sandler is one I do remember.
Yes, I mean, he's very good. He's just so his personality and all the movies, he makes him so interesting and so funny.
Absolutely. I can't remember the one that he is in. It's the popular one. Was it Billy Madison or something? Is that the one he was in? I don't know.
Billy Madison, I'd say.
I think that's the one. If that's the one he's in, where he's on like trips and stuff. Again, like I said, I don't remember much movies. I don't watch any. But if I did, I think that's what it was called. Anyway, that was a good one. But anyway, here we are. All right, now. Yeah. Sorry, what's that?
The golf one. That one's pretty.
Yeah, I think that's
the golf one.
Yeah, I
That
think I've seen that one too. Might have been both. I've probably seen both of them. Yes, that's another one. There you go. See, he's a good actor that we can remember them. All right, now, okay, now if you can map out. Actually, no, I'll do that last. So, if you were the Sample W, Mikaylah, CEO for the day, you're in charge. Your rules, no one else's opinion matter. You're in charge, either Sample W or the AFLW CEO or AFL CEO for a day. What rules are you changing? Oh, adding and or removing.
oh, I'd say we need a bigger crowd base. I'd say we must have this like number of people to attend. I would
Yeah.
say we need to have more food trucks, like more better food supply. Probably get
Oh,
like
yeah.
a good bring a Sai and a Yochi and Zambies there.
Of course, of course.
I'd also say probably like your family members get them for free.
Oh, yeah. It's good. Some good ones. I mean, you're in charge. It's no one can say it's unrealistic because you're the boss in this case. So that's some good ones. All right. Now I don't know if you can hear me if that froze then, but yeah.
You're kind of glitching out. It's really glitchy.
That's all right. We'll push through. Only got one more. So, dream scenario, Mikaylah. If you could map out an ideal dream scenario for your future football career in AFLW, hopefully in a year's time, if you can map out an ideal dream scenario, how would you love for your footy journey to pan out? All right. Okay. Apologies for any technical difficulties there. See, I continue saying I can't speak, Mikaylah, but here we are. But we're up to the last one, so I do appreciate you coming on. But if you could map out an ideal dream footy scenario, Mikaylah, for yourself, for this upcoming season next year, and hopefully future in the AFLW, what is your ideal dream footy scenario?
Definitely keep playing in the Sandflat Centrals, keep playing good games, and hopefully get drafted. That'd be like the best. I've had that dream ever since I started playing footy to hopefully end up in the AFLW. I say probably that. And then also, once I leave school, I want to go to uni and be a physio.
Hmm?
So probably if I can achieve them goals, that'd be really good.
Very good, Mikaylah. Hopefully all those dreams get realised for you. It's been a pleasure having you on. You were chatting to me off here. I won't say too much of the off chat, but you were saying about, hoping that you do well and, hopefully you live up to how Eloise went. And let's just say that you both did very well. So, Mikaylah, it's been a pleasure having you on. All the best in the futures game and every other future game to come. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. It means a lot. Good talking to you.